Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. In today's video, you guys, we are going to be doing some composition notebooks. These are the two that I made. This one for my son, this one for my niece here. And I use ChatGPT to create these designs, both the front and the back cover. I'm going to show you how to use the prompts that I have available to you guys. Down in my description box, I will have a link for you to get the free prompts that I used for not only these notebooks, but the previous video I did with the pen and gear notebooks, this one here. So I created this notebook as well with ChatGPT, using ChatGPT prompts. I've done coffee mugs, I've done retro shirts like the vintage airbrush look shirts. The document that you get is going to have all of those prompts on them. All you got to do is click the link and then enter your email, and then you'll get your download for the free ChatGPT prompts. And then I'm going to use my Canva template to go ahead and create the curve here along with the line, and then I'm going to print and cut with my Siser Romeo. All right, this is what we're doing today, guys, so definitely go ahead and stick around for that. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started off on the computer here just so I can show you how to use the prompts as well as how to use the template if you decide to purchase it. So what I have for free in my description box is the ChatGPT prompts that I am using for these composition notebook covers. The prompts it's about 2.5 pages now of a bunch of different prompts that you can use for either ChatGPT or Canva AI. Okay, so you'll get a bunch of different ones, but specifically the ones for this video are going to be down here towards the bottom. These are the character notebook designs, and then I have the pen and gear composition notebook designs, both the front cover and the back. So what you're going to do is you are literally going to select all of this. You're going to copy and paste it. So you're going to copy it. You are going to paste it into ChatGPT, and then you have to go through, and where it says here like name and color, you do have to add in your own prompts. As you can see here, when I pasted it, I forgot to change out this part here and this part here. ChatGPT did ask me to confirm the name and the color, and then I added that here. And then this is what I received based off of my request, okay? Again, this is how the prompt looks. You're going to enter, you want to erase size, put in your actual size, erase character, put in your character, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is what I got. I am happy with this. I love this. And then to get your back cover, you're going to come back to your prompts and you are going to copy the back cover, highlight, copy, and then you are going to click on the image. And then it says here that you have to describe what you want to add, remove, replace, whatever the case may be. You're going to paste that prompt here, okay? When I pasted my prompt, this is what I received. It did leave a hole here. I'm okay with that. I'm going to show you how we're going to go ahead and edit this. So I'm going to go on over to Canva, which is where you're going to see the prompt, okay? So the prompt, I'm sorry, not the prompt, the template. This is the template, the drag and drop template that I created for Canva. If you have Canva, you can use this even if you have the free account. The only difference is you are not going to be able to download this with a transparent background. So you will have to remove the background either in Cricut Design Space or in Leonardo Design Studio or wherever you are printing from. I'm going to print and cut from Leonardo Design Studio. Even if I were to download this with the background, I can remove the background in Leonardo Design Studio. So you can definitely use this with the free version as well. And I'm going to show you how to use the same exact template for both the front and the back covers. When you receive your template from me, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to have one page. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and duplicate that page. You're going to have a front cover and a back cover. What you're going to do is you are going to just drag and drop your cover, your front cover, right in. Based off of the ChatGPT prompts I used, and based off of the measurement. So composition notebooks, when you guys are measuring your cover, all composition notebooks are not created equal. I typed in a 7 by 10, and that is because I measured mine. I got mine from Walmart. It's the Pen and Gear composition notebook. I got mine from Walmart. If you get yours from like the Dollar Tree, they may be a different size. You have to measure your composition notebook, and you have to make your prompts based off of that, or your image based off of whatever one you purchase. Okay. Mine fit perfectly in there. I don't have to adjust it. So now what I'm going to do is this is going to be our back cover. Before I drag and drop, the first thing I want to do is select it here. And then I'm going to turn it. It used to have the flip option, but it doesn't anymore. So I'm just going to rotate it at a 180-degree angle. So now the flat side is going to be on the right side, which is going to be the back cover. Okay. Now I am going to drag and drop my image right into that template. And as you can see, it came in upside down. That's fine. We're about to fix it. So to fix it, you want to double left click. So left click twice on the image. Right here where it says rotate, we are going to rotate that at 180 degrees. And now as you can see, it rotated the correct way. We're going to press done. Now I need to adjust this just a little bit because I don't like how it looks. So I just want to go in and adjust it. Again, I'm going to double left click again. And then I'm just going to take these little toggle points and bring them down. And I'm going to adjust the size. I want most of the tiger to be on this back cover. And this is how we're also going to account for that kind of blank space that was up there as well. And then I'm going to push done. I like that. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it just like that. And that's how you do your back cover. Okay. I'm gonna I'll show that back cover one more time just to make sure we got it. I'll do it with a different image. So this is going to be how the template looks. You're going to select the template. We're going to use this round with the arrows, and we're going to rotate it at 180 degrees. How do you know it's 180 degrees? That box there, it shows 180 degrees, and we're going to release. Now the flat part is on the right side, which is what you want. And I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop my image. The image is going to come in upside down. You're going to left click, double left click on your mouse, or if you're using the your mouse pad, again, double left click. Okay. It's going to bring up this panel here where it says rotate. You want to rotate your image all the way around and then adjust it accordingly. And push done. Now your image is facing the correct way, and we also have the flat side on the right side, which is what we need for the back of the composition notebook. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to download. So I'm going to go to download. I'm going to toggle this size all the way up, transparent background. I'm going to do one page at a time. Once both of those download, I'm going to bring them into Silhouette. I'm sorry, not Silhouette Studio. I'm going to take them into Leonardo Design Studio, and we're going to do a print and cut on this. So I'm going to print it regular inkjet, not sublimation ink. I will show you the paper that I'm printing on. I'm going to add some holographic sheets to it as well. I'm going to print on 11 by 17 paper because I want to be able to print both my front and back cover. So I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop this onto my desktop. I'm just waiting for the other one to download here, but I'm going to print both of these at the same time. You can print them one at a time on 8.5 by 11 paper if you want to, or you can just use one sheet of 11 by 17 paper and print them both at the same time like I'm doing. It's your personal preference. All right, now I'm going to open up Leonardo Design Studio. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Import. And this is a print and cut operation. I'm going to select Next. I don't have the background, so it doesn't have to remove anything for me. And it's just going to go ahead and smooth that out to make sure that, you know, everything is the way that it should be. And I'm going to do this exact same thing with the back cover as well. All right, so now it's entered our cut lines, which is simply around. That's what we want. And we're going to select next, and then we're going to select next again. And that is the finished product. I've already measured my composition notebook. Again, you want to make sure you measure yours. Mine is going to be 6.9 by 9.8. Now I need to change my paper size. Right now it's on 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to click this printer button here. I am printing from my Epson, my Workforce 7710, which is my regular inkjet printer. You guys, this is regular ink in the little cartridges that come with the 252 cartridges that come with this, okay? No special ink at all whatsoever. But I'm going to put this on tabloid, which is the 11 by 17. Borderless is going to be on premium photo paper glossy with the quality on high, and my high speed printing is turned on. I'm going to select OK. And then I'm going to select OK again, and it changed the paper size. Now, to get both the front and back cover to fit, I do have to turn it. So I'm going to grab this little green nozzle here and just turn it. And then I'm going to go to File, Import, and I'm going to bring in my back cover and do the exact same thing. This is going to be so cute. I'm going to add the holographic paper to the front and the back cover, but this is going to be so cute. We're going to select next, and then we're going to select next again. And then I'm going to change the size to the same size as the first one. So it was 6.9 by 9.8. Again, I got that by just measuring it with a ruler. And we're going to turn this to the side. Okay, so now both of the front and the back cover are both going to print on one sheet of 11 by 17 paper. Okay, we're going to go to Send Design. You are not going to mirror this because it's not HTV. It's not sublimation. You're not going to mirror. So I'm going to send this to printer and check my properties again just to make sure everything is the way that it needs to be. I'm going to go ahead and get this printed out. I will come back and I will show you how I cut it. I will tell you my cut settings, and then we'll go ahead and put it together. I do have my print here, and this looks absolutely amazing. Y'all, this is my regular inkjet, so this is not sublimation ink or anything like that. I am going to cut this with my Siser Romeo just to make sure that I have, you know, cleaner cuts. You can cut this by hand if you want to. It's your personal preference, or, you know, whatever cutting machine you have will work. I'm going to use these holographic sheets to put on the front and the back. It comes in a pack. I'll make sure I leave this down below. So like these ones are stars. Hopefully you can like see the stars. This is kind of like a prism type holographic looking. This one is just plain holographic. And then I think there was one more. I might have used them all. Yeah, I think I used up all the other ones. It was another pattern, but I used it all up. So these are the 3 that I have left. I will probably go with the prism, this one, this pattern here for the front and the back. I'm going to put it on there now because I want it to cut. I don't want to have to hand trim this myself. And I know the Romeo for a fact will cut it because I've done it before. I'm not for sure about the Cricut. You'll just have to give it a try and see if it will cut for you. But what I do is kind of peel it back, and then I lay it on top here and smooth it out. Uh-oh, I did get a small bubble, but that's okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Again, just peel it. Kind of start at the top here. And place it. I'm going to peel this one a little bit slower just because I got a bubble. And I don't want another one on the front. That was the back cover. I really don't want a bubble on the front cover. So I'm just kind of pushing and peeling at the same time while using my squeegee. This also serves as a little bit of a protector as well from your front cover being, you know, kind of scratched or the ink scratched off. You know how kids throw stuff in their book bag and they're not careful. So adding the holographic layer is cute, but it also kind of helps to serve as, you know, a little layer of protection for the actual notebook. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and load it into my Romeo. And of course, for print and cut, you do have to line up the blade with the arrow that was printed if you're going to, you know, use the print and cut feature. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go, so my cut settings, I have it on 13 speed, force of 40. Because I just added the holographic, I'm going to go force of 42. I want to make sure it cuts through. I'm going to do a quick test cut. But I just want to make sure it cuts through the holographic. Okay, that looks really good. So again, it's on cut speed 13, force of 42. And then I'm going to go ahead and send to cutter. Uh-oh, that was sent to printer. I'm going to send to cutter, and then it's going to read the registration marks, and it's going to go ahead and cut for me. While it's doing that, this is the paper that I use. I got it from Amazon. It does come in a glossy as well as a matte version, and it does come in 8.5 by 11 as well. That's just my Romeo telling me that it is not reading the marks, so I just have to go ahead and align it. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't pick up, if it doesn't pick up the registration mark or it's misaligned, You can just use your cursor to go ahead and make sure it gets nice and aligned. Which is what I have to do here on this one again. Now it's cutting out the full outline. And then to just double check and make sure that it cuts. And it did, as you can see here. All right. So I'm going to go on over to the craft table and we are going to go ahead and put this all together. All right, so this is the composition notebook that I have. I picked it up from Walmart. I literally just walked into my local Walmart and I picked this up. It's no fancy composition book. It's the Pen and Gear. They were 50 cents a piece. I got a handful of them, but this is the one that I have. And to measure it, I literally just took a ruler and I measured the inches because I want to be able to see some of this black binding. So I just measured here, from here to here, got 7. And then I measured top to bottom and got 9.8. Okay, that's how I measured my cover. Okay, so this is the most tedious part. You want to make sure you are taking your time. I'm going to start with the back cover and I'm going to peel the whole page off. I know when I was doing the holographic, I, peeled back the back, but sometimes I find it a little bit easier for me to get it lined up all the way when I peel the backing off. When you're lining up the holographic, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's about to get cut anyway. But when you're lining up this part, you kind of need it to be as perfect as it can be. And I find it just a little bit easier to line it up when you peel it off the backing. And this sticker paper is a little bit more durable as well. So if you have to pull it up a little bit, just do it gently. And now I'm going to work my way down using my squeegee to avoid any air bubbles. I already got a few air bubbles from the holographic, so I don't want to make it worse. Okay, that looks good. Now, because I make mine just a little bit bigger, you will see here I have a little bit to kind of cut off, which is super easy to do. You just take an X-Acto knife, make sure it's nice and sharp, and just go right along that edge. If it's just a teeny tiny little lip, sometimes what I'll do is just fold it over. My X-Acto knife is not all that sharp. I need a new one, or I need to switch out the blade. There we go. And then we'll do this part here. All right, and there's our edges for that side. Now let's do the front. All right, and the same thing. I peeled it off the full backing. Again, it's just easier for me. Whatever you find is easiest for you to line it up, you go ahead and do that. Sorry if you can hear the sirens outside. The ambulance. It sounds like we're a fire truck. And I'm just using my squeegee to work my way down, making sure I don't get any air bubbles. And I'm a little misaligned. I'm gonna see if I can fix it. Because I do want this cover to be really nice. So let me see if I can fix it and see if we get messed up too much. I hope not. Okay, we have it all off. Let's try it again. When you get good paper, good quality paper, you should be able to pull it off. Don't, like, you know, snatch it, but okay, yes, that looks way better. Okay, and I'm going to use my squeegee, make sure it is nice and down on the edges. I'm not going to scratch the ink because, again, we put that holographic on there. So you can go ahead and make sure it's nice and on there. Okay, so I only have the bottom to trim. You just open the book and trim along the line. And again, the sharper your knife, the easier that will cut. There we go. That looks so stinking cute. Okay, this is the one I did for my son. This one was just a little bit misaligned here. But that's okay. He still likes it. So you can do it for boys and girls. I added his name. And then we got the back cover here. All right, guys, that is all I have for this video today. I hope this was helpful. I hope I provided you some information, some updated information. But yeah, I did this last year. I do these every year for my kids. This is my niece. She's not even 2 yet, but whatever. I'm still gonna give it to her so she can doodle in it. But that's all I have for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please make sure you are checking the description box for all materials. I will make sure they're all linked there. Until next time, guys, bye.